casa años eligiendo ahí vivir su...
Hello, and welcome to the Gers TV. My name's Si Leslie.
And I'm Gordon Bond.
Quite apologies, Sandra can't make it tonight. Last minute she's had to cancel. But she'll be back again next week, guys. Just let us know you can hear us alright.
Usual method, please. We're doing something a little bit different tonight. We're going to do a wee Aberdeen game preview, Rangers game preview.
Yep.
And come back on later on tonight. So obviously we are aware the game's starting at 7:45. So we'll be on roughly till about 7:15 or so tonight.
Right, move it a bit. You moved that camera, didn't you?
Nah. Just try to get my hands and face in it, like that. So
there we go, right, like that.
People are fed up with seeing your face.
That's don't lie, right, so get the thumbs up, guys, to let us know you can see us alright. You can hear us alright, even though she is, before we start.
Couple of quick hellos. Hello Warren, good to see you again, mate. Hi Donna. Obviously very regular, so good to see you on. And Ian Sinclair. Ian Sinclair, Arthur Newman Loyal.
Sinky, I know
Sinky just saying, message saying, nice to see Gordon showing up early. Will we tell that story quickly, or you want to tell that story, Si?
Well, many times you've done it. We're coming back from Blackpool and Gordon's still in his bed.
Oh, going to Blackpool.
Going to Blackpool and coming back as well. I don't know, going to Blackpool, you were about an hour and a half late and the bus waited on you, and then coming back, you were still in your bed when we were at Carlisle. But apart from that, give us a thumbs up, guys. Let's
yeah, a lot of thumbs up. So cheers, guys. That's good. So it's all good. So
right, that we all said about the night drinking on the show and all that's cancelled for the night because there's a game on tonight.
I wish you'd told me.
But listen, we're good where we are, guys. It's a pre-match. We're just waiting for the Rangers team being announced. It should be announced soon, I think.
Yeah.
If it's been announced, let us know. We maybe missed it.
Yeah.
We were driving there in the city centre. And we'll just basically, so what we'll do is, after the game, we'll come back on about 10 minutes after it, and we'll do a chat about the game, and we'll do phone calls. Pre-match, we'll just do our usual chat.
Let's have some predictions as well, guys. So give us some predictions for tonight's game. Obviously, there's been a forced break for the last couple of weeks. Obviously, a team last night won and nice and rested for the game last night.
Well, as I was going to say earlier on, welcome back to from the winter shutdown. But it's also known as Celtic have got other players back and they've got a few extra players. So everybody that knows Scottish football knows what's going on there. But there's not much we can do about that. Rangers have been ready to play. We've not wanted a break, and I'm sure tonight, win, lose or draw, we'll not be looking for excuses. We'll be looking to get back in form and get the result. I'll start the predictions off. I think it's going to be a really tough game. Pittodrie's always hard. It's a should be a full house here. I don't know if Aberdeen will sell many tickets soon enough. It can be an intimidating place to go to, and it's probably our hardest away ground. I'm going to go 2-1 to Rangers. I know we've not lost many goals this season, but it's just one of the places that we do tend to lose a goal. I'll go 2-1 Rangers, it's my prediction.
I would say I'll go 1-0. I think it'll be a tight game, and I think the weather's not great. I think if we can get I don't care if it's 1-0 or 5-0. 3 points is 3 points. So
we'll get copy and paste.
Aye, so what we'll do is we'll get some comments on here. So
yep.
Paul Lafferty says first time watching Gers TV. So let's hope it's first time ever.
Hope you're really jinxing me, man.
Let's hope it's not the first time laugh. Let's hope it's first time any. Cheers, Paul. Ian Sinclair. Aye, good crack. Okay, good. Aye, that's obviously that joke there.
I'm just catching up.
Will Kemp says 3-1 the Bears. Paul Lafferty says 2-1 to Rangers. So not only is it his first show he's watching, but he's getting involved. That's good to know.
Good stuff.
Craig MacArthur, one of the Teddy Bears, couldn't agree more. Alex is saying 2-1 Rangers. Will Barrows let us know that Eaton's on the bench tonight, so Eaton's obviously going back to his loan.
That must be the team,
his team's out. Okay, so Eaton's on the trench. And Will Kemp's watching us from Peterhead, all the way up in Peterhead. So
very good. They're watching us around the world then.
Aye, all the hot spots: Los Angeles, Berlin, Australia, Peterhead, all the hot spots in the world. Stephen McCormack predicts Scotland to get a red card. Ricky Kerr's giving us 3-0 Rangers. Walter McClay's giving us 3-1 Rangers. Not many people predicting Aberdeen winning, which is good.
Aye. Sorry, I saw Bears on the show.
Well, you think?
Hope so, but you never know. They get obsessed.
Scott Ferguson's been your content out Scott with winter break. Stephen Glass obviously drunk the Kool-Aid. That statement. The early shutdown worked. Okay, it certainly worked for some, not for others. Donald 2-0. John Gardner, good to see you, John. Welcome back. No worries, Paul. Stephen McKean, Rangers FC 3. Doesn't actually say Aberdeen, so I'm assuming that's. Let's say that's 3-0. Mark Dunnett, good to see you, Mark. Good to see you a couple of weeks ago as well. 3-1 to Rangers. Donna Robertson, 3-0. John Thompson,
Everybody's
2-0.
confident, that's the main
And we've got Craig MacArthur watching us all the way in Dublin as well, behind enemy lines.
Oh, nice one.
Behind enemy lines. So,
Just try to get the
Craig,
team
let us know if you're part of the Dublin Loyal or not. But it's good to see you watching through there. And we've got Scott Ferguson and Andrew Petrie going 2-0 Rangers. So
excellent. So just try to lock this in now because it's got a evil for us, but I might get it. Try and get the team. So what I was going to say there was, guys, as you know, we used to have a thing flashing up the screen that we weren't aware of for a while, and it was stars that Facebook would post on the chat on a regular basis, asking people to send stars to support the show. The money went towards Facebook and not to Gers TV, and people were contributing quite a lot to it. So what we've done, we had a thought about how we change that. We've got rid of the stars, we've managed to cancel altogether, and we've now joined the Patreon website, where it gives you an opportunity to get involved with Gers TV. It obviously gives you special privileges if you're a member of it, and what it does, it means that we can interact with you, and we've got some details on you. It gives us a membership scheme. What we'll also be doing is, for the 150th anniversary of the club, I spoke about it last year how big it is. It's so big that so many of all our rivals keep telling us it's not happening, but it's happening alright. We'll be doing some major events. We're going to do two just now, two big events in Glasgow, and we'll be doing one somewhere else in the world that's not been announced.
Yep.
And if you're a member of the Patreon, you'll be first chatted, you'll get the exclusivity for the first amount of tickets that go on sale before they go into public sale.
So basically what we're saying is, if you help us, obviously we need your help in growing the Gers TV. We want you to improve our content, improve the show, have more people on the show, basically have your voices heard more often as well. So if you join us on our Patreon, we'll give you all the details over Facebook and that very shortly. If you help us on that road, you'll get exclusivity on tickets for we've got a lot of events going to be coming up in the next 6 months, and you guys that help us and join us will get first option on any tickets we do.
And they're going to be big events. As I said, we've been working on them for quite a while. We're also proud to be the official backers of the Craigie Hill bonfire in Northern Ireland. They're aiming to be the biggest bonfire in the world. They just missed it last year, and it's in Larne. We'll be attending the bonfire again. We'll be supporting them. We'll be having them on a special show, and we're going to get people to try and contribute any way they can to help the Craigie Hill bonfire. So they guys, will be doing some work with them in the next couple of weeks, as well as the Melbourne City Rangers Supporters Club. We're going to be doing some events with them, we're going to do some live shows with them as well, and other Rangers Supporters Clubs throughout the world. So again, guys, that's why we're getting the Patreons involved now. It's going to be a wee bit bigger and better. We're going to keep striving to improve the channel.
For those of you that might not know what Patreon is, just a quick thing, it's just like in a monthly subscription, a monthly sponsorship, where all we're asking is for a very small amount, £3 is it, Si?
Yep.
So for £3 a month, it helps the Gers TV grow, it helps us share our content worldwide, and for that there'll be rewards and options for any Patreon members. So for any events coming up, and
that will allow us to get a better system as well. We're going to get new computers and that and things like that.
Yeah.
Just to increase the content and the quality of the content. So I've got a team here, right? We're going to do a signing date. You said the Ibrox years ago. Oh, cheered. They hardly ever date anymore. McGregor.
You want me to cheer like
cheer? Aye, we can't hear him. McGregor.
Yes.
Tavernier.
Oh, gone Captain Marvel.
Goldson.
Yes.
Bassey,
star player right now.
Barisic. Kamara,
great.
Sands. Hadji.
Sands is starting?
Yep.
Excellent, that's
Hadji.
great. Hadji, yes.
Right. Kent and Morelos. So
that'd be good. Scott right up at Pataudry starting against his old club, and Sands starting as well. That's a big,
they're going for a bit of pace up front, obviously.
Confidence.
The boy Sands is supposed to be, I know what I jinx him, but we had the interview with Duncan Wiggins in Florida, Jacksonville, and he said to me the boy's going to be a big prospect for Rangers. So it looks good. Obviously there's a few players that are not available because of the African Nations Cup.
7:45's kick-off it is. We will be off here before then, okay, because obviously we understand that.
Don't worry, we'll know about that on the way. We'll be on a way and watching the game and back on after it. Subs are McLaughlin, Simpson, Balogun, King, Lundstrom, Bacuna, McCann.
Easy for you to say.
Itten and Fashion Junior. So we've got plenty of options up front. I think it might get a wee chance tonight. Big Fashion's been looking great as well the last couple of weeks. Before Celtic get the league cancelled for a few weeks.
It's great to see it. I'm actually quite surprised for the boy Sands to get a game, to get a start, but that goes to show that he must be a talent.
Yeah. He's not going to be a bit part player, and he's not going to be one of these players for the future. He's a player for just now.
Yeah.
I think that's what we need. I think we need the defence settled. Balogun will be able to come in there at any time as well if there's any problems.
It's a very strong team. Obviously, there's a right with pace up front. Hadji, if you're looking through the team now, Hadji, Kent, Wright, Morelos, that's a very, very quick forward three. Anyway, Kent, Wright, Morelos, that's a very, very quick top three. Hadji hopefully will play in behind. Then you get Kamara and Sands, obviously probably in the centre. Then you'll have Tavin, Barisic on the wings, going up and down the kind of left and right hand side. So
it's taking a bit of pressure off of Bassey as well. I think that's what they'll do. But they can also play Sands in the midfield. I know he plays in that position as well, so he might be in there because Davis is obviously not available. I think Arfield's injured as well, so he might just be in the cover there just now. But long term, that will be one of the heart of our defence, I think, with Suter, whenever Suter comes into the team.
Yeah, obviously we've got that discussed as well. Obviously John Suter's now a done deal.
Yeah.
Again, we've had this conversation on Twitter. Good defender. The only thing that's held him back over the last few years has been his injury problems, but he's been relatively injury free for the last 12 months or so this season.
Well,
so
he knows how to put the ball in the net. He's a big strong defender. He clearly wants to play for our club, and as you said, he's still young. He's had injuries, but we just hope they can overcome them. And if he does, I'm sure he'll be a great asset to the club. I just hope we can get him before the transfer window closes, rather than have to wait to the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a done deal, obviously he might not be too. He's obviously a professional, so I'm sure he will be focused on Hearts. But if Hearts want to make a wee bit of money, then I'm sure they'll come to some sort. I'm sure they'll come to some sort.
They'll try and negotiate. I think they will try and do that. So we'll be taking calls after the game, guys. And it's only a short one before the game and a short one after it. Story of my life. Just use your content. Anybody get any comments on that? Because we're going to go to the screen. We're going to get the phones tonight.
So basically, Willabero MC, hope I pronounced that right. Again, just kind of echoing there. The Sands lad getting a start. He must be no bad if he's getting out in games against the Sheep. Also a hard game up there. Yeah. Sometimes Aberdeen away can be more difficult to play Celtic.
Aye. Away for him, aye.
Especially last season as well. Obviously we drew to each at Ibrox this season as well.
So it's fair to say it's Aberdeen's Cup final. This is our biggest game of the season. With the game being live on television and things like that, that's our biggest game of the season. Every game that we play now is the biggest in the season for us. I think we need to just get a win. I don't care how we get the win, just get the win.
Absolutely, yeah. As I say, 1-0 or 5-0 wins a win. Sean Kent's plucking for 4-1 with Morelos with 2, Wright and Eaton. So that's more specific. Sean, hope he comes off the bench and scores.
Aye, no, I think he'll get the big lad deserves a chance. He's came back. I think he deserves to get a wee chance.
Tony Cassidy says Aidan Sai must win tonight. He's probably you can only see his left hand side. I don't know. But Tony Cassidy says hi. I don't know if you know Tony or not, Si. So
I think I'm sure it's a guy. I mean,
I don't want to know.
But as I say, guys, it's going to be a massive game tonight. I do want to highlight this quickly, right? I'm not going down the paranoia line, but I've highlighted this for the last few months about every time there's a major Old Firm game coming up, the press and their lackeys in the press from Celtic start putting the pressure on referees. If you've not read the papers in the last couple of days, what they've done is they're picking stats out that do we go 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, let's get the stat and see which one makes Rangers look as if they get more penalties than everybody else. If you're the most attacking team in the league and you've got the ball in the opposition box, you're going to get more penalties. That's just the laws of the game. And if the ball's less in your box, you're going to get less against you. But one of the stats he never brought out was the fact that Celtic's not a penalty against them in 133 league games. That's at Celtic Park. So they're only giving you stats. Stats can work very. You can chop and change them. You could have added another year on and said, well, Rangers came up to the top league again that year, but that wouldn't have suited the agenda because it wouldn't have been the Rangers getting.
I've heard that 8 out of 10 stats are made up anyway.
Aye, exactly. But as I say, the pressure was put on Celtic to get a penalty, and last night they go and get a penalty kick. So that's how it works. That's how I don't like as I've said before, the joking about this brother beating or this carry on. They've actually got the referee changed to suit them.
Yeah,
and they've got a favourite referee now.
That came out the other day. Yeah. I mean, as you're saying, Si, I mean, to compare, I mean, St John's, take a couple like St John's for example, they've scored, I think, 1 goal in 9 games, right? And then they're showing the stats about penalties. I mean, the only comparable team that we've got in our league maybe this season to a point is Celtic. Last season they didn't score a lot, didn't attack a lot, so therefore how can they get penalties? But if a team cheats, then it's a penalty. There's no. I mean, I always go back. What was the game against Motherwell? The game against Motherwell where the cross came in. No, Dundee United. Sorry, apologies. Dundee United. The cross came in. It hit his hand. It couldn't be a clear handball. Then BBC places like that are saying, "Oh,
controversial
handball. It's not the ball hit the guy's hand.
Aye, it's, as I said, I've always advocated one thing. Even if you don't support Gers TV, support one of the Rangers medias, but depending on it, could be follow the Badger. I know they do a lot of stuff. Any Rangers platform that's out there media wise, support them. Avoid these medias, because like I said, this game's coming up and that same started to ramp on the pressure for the referees. They've got to change the referee to suit them. Celtic's favourite referee, Bobby Madden's a ref now. This is how they deal with it. This is how they play the game. But I'm more than confident Rangers will be ready for it. I just think I had to highlight the fact that that's how media started the games already, because we know how they work. The media start with the neutral journalist, then Sutton says something, then Hartson says something, and they all go for the one place. And before you know it, the referee is under so much pressure. If there's a 50-50 decision, it's not going to go. It's not going to be 50-50. That's what I'm saying. We know that's going to happen.
So we'll just catch up with some of the comments now,
Catch
right? So we've got Scott Ferguson. Hope stands quick on the transition. Kamara to me just slows the things down. Sometimes you need that kind of balance, Scott, where quick guys and a wee player just occasionally.
They've changed his positional play, but I think they've asked him to do that, to be fair.
Hadji, sometimes his choices are questionable. I think we agree with that. Hadji can sometimes be the best player in the world, but then sometimes he can drift through games, so I think we agree there. And again, early passes open the teams up. Scott, you're right in a few of the points here. Well, I'd say you're right. In my opinion, you're right. Arthur Rodgers says the Alficon Loyal, so hello to the Alficon Loyal. Says 1-0 and he says penalty to Rangers. So controversial for the Alficon Loyal. But
again, people like to have a laugh about it, and I get it is funny. But you've got to acknowledge the fact that if a team is winning the league and the way Rangers won it last season, they're going to have more penalties. Rangers scooshed the league. They spent the entire season in the opposition boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so hi to Brian Newell. Hi Brian, Stan starts, good to see him. So yeah, if you get a new signing in and he starts the first game, then that's a massive vote of confidence in the lads. So
and the build up, you go see the write up, you go for different for the various players that have played against him and played with him. He's certainly a big prospect for Rangers in a position that we need badly, because I don't see Golson. I'll be very surprised if Golson's here after this season. Very surprised. So you really need to plug that gap.
A couple of messages from Kenneth Young. So Sands is getting a baptism of fire. Yep. If he comes through this with a good game, then he'll be good. And he also says hello from deepest, darkest Leicester. So all the exotic places tonight. Peterhead.
Yep.
Leicester.
I love your cheese.
You can hear it in your jokes. So. Anything else? Have we got a website?
Aye, we've got the website launched as well. The website is, if anybody wants to, Gordon will put it on the chat. I've been working on this website for the last 3 weeks, learning myself how to do a website. Gordon's been helping me. The website for the Gers TV is www.thegers.tv. Try to get that right. www.thegers.tv.
Yeah,
that's our new website. We'll get the graphics we're getting more graphics put in them this week as well. We'll get Jeff's been working hard for the last 2 or 3 days, so it's getting updated at the end of the week again. But if you could give the website a wee visit, any latest news that we have for Rangers we put on there, and any events that we're doing in the future, soon to be announced, will be on there as well.
Yeah, so just on that, if you give a website, pop on our website, have a wee visit, there's still work to be done on it, let's be honest. It's still in its infancy.
That's just beginning,
It is just kind of just launched this week, so on there you'll get details of the Patreon as well, is that correct?
Yeah, it's got everything on it. It's got the latest news section, it's got the charity work we've done. I think there's something we very rarely talk about, unless we're doing a charity event. We never really kind of promote it. It's not really the way, but we've got all our charity events in the past that people have contributed in from the channel, and to thank everybody. Yep. We've also got the Patreon page on if you want to get involved in that. It just gives you more content and gives you a chance to be more involved. Yep. We've got the FIFA, which I know nothing about, so I'll let Gordon tell you about it.
Yeah guys, so in the last week or so we've launched Gers TV Ultimate Pro Clubs team. Okay, now for people that are under 40, or a lot of people over 40 actually, Simon, to be honest as well, it's basically just a laugh where we've created a Gers TV team on Pro Clubs. If you don't know what Pro Clubs is, you won't know about it. If you know what Pro Clubs means, you'll know about it, Si, right? Okay, so basically, Gers TV team, we've got 5 or 6 players already, which is great. Had a fucking first game or 2 last week, and we're looking for more players to join us. So it is on the PlayStation, okay?
Yeah.
I will be doing an Xbox one as well soon, okay? But We'll put the details. Details are on that are on the website. I'll put it on the chat in a minute. But if you want to get involved in our Gers TV Ultimate Pro Clubs team, and
everyone is welcome.
Everyone's welcome. Okay, so you've got kids, grandkids, a wife, husband, whatever.
The whole family can join in.
The whole family. And so what we'll do is basically I'll put up my gamer tag on PlayStation. You don't worry. Sorry, I'm on it. Don't worry.
I'm still Manic Miners with the L48K Spectrum.
He's still waiting over the Amiga getting discontinued. So,
so
all the stuff, guys, all the stuff we're going to be doing is going to be on the website. All the FIFA, the esports stuff, the charity work, Rangers news, the Patreon to help us grow and support us. It's going to be on our website www.thegers.tv.
It's been launched this week. They officially launched this week, the website, and the idea of it is to put everything together. Not everybody uses Facebook. The amount of people I meet in the pub, my mate Mally, shout out to Mally for the Bristol, he doesn't use Facebook and he's forever saying, how do I get onto the channel, and start explaining. So if they go to the website, it's a lot easier. Every link and every possible avenue to watch Gers TV or to get involved is all on that page, and it's www.thegers.tv. Pardon me, drinking too much beer at one time here.
Okay.
So that's it. We've got the website launched, we've got the Patreon launched, we've got the FIFA launched, we've got the what else have we got? We've got the sponsorship deal going with the Craigie Hill Bonfire, and we're going to be doing work with, we're going to be doing different promotional shows with the likes of Melbourne City, doing the Supporters Club, and some of the other ones throughout the world to try and promote them in their bars. As well as that, we've got, as I've said, we'll be launching them next week, but we've got various events going to take place to celebrate the 150th anniversary. We want you to be a part of that. The last thing I want is the regulars that watch the show every week saying we didn't get a chance to attend, so there will be opportunities to get involved and get along to these events.
And if you've got any ideas about the show, or if you want to get involved in the show, or you've got any articles you want us to print on the website, then let us know, guys. Ultimately, it's your show. The Gers TV wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys out there watching it. So
we need the feedback and the content at all times. If anybody's got a Rangers Supporters Club starting up, they want promoted a Rangers bar, we'll promote it. Also, if you want to do a Zoom call and a chat to promote your Rangers Supporters Club, let people know where you are, how to get involved and how we get along. We'll do a show for you, no problem at all.
Yeah, we can have a Supporters Club section. So a couple of comments. Mark Aitken says, good to see fans getting back on the ground.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the Scottish Government done wrong. We've got our own thoughts on that, but we agree.
100%.
So let's just say we probably agree on that as well, Mark. And some good points there. Gordon, right, I'll be getting out, man, this month for Hearts. Not really sure what that means, Gordon. If you want to send that,
going to come early.
All right, okay, aye. Okay, yeah, we kind of discussed that about 5-10 minutes ago. We kind of need cover in the back line. Do you know what I mean? So if it costs us a couple of $100,000, then why not? If suitors are need to leave, we would need to buy them. Why not just bite the bullet and pay a few $100,000?
It's on a smaller scale, it's a wee bit like the Patterson deal. There's a need, there's a market. Young Parsons don't get a regular game just now with Everton, but they're obviously going to have a new manager. Possibly Big Double Ferguson, who was announced as a caretaker manager. I think everybody at the Gers TV wishes a big man all the best.
Yep.
Badly let down by the Rangers board at the time under David Murray. When they didn't back him, but I still love a big guy. But that's a transfer market in this day and age. We might not like it, but if a players want to come to a club, they're going to. I don't think that players like Suter's going to try his hardest for the next 6 months when his heart's already set and going to Rangers.
Yeah, just a quick shout out to anyone that's watching that's a Hamburg fan. Hamburg are playing tonight as well. Currently 0-0 at half time.
Right.
So let's hope they can not turn that around, but let's give them a wee shout, because we've got a lot of German viewers and listeners.
Yeah.
And we had the German guest a few weeks ago talking about Dortmund coming
right,
up as well.
Yeah.
So
I saw that. That's a big shout to all the Jerry.
Let's hope Hamburg can get a wee win tonight. They haven't been playing too great the last few weeks, but let's hope we can get a wee win for them tonight. I think they're away, if I remember correctly, it's actually FC Cologne, so tough game.
Also a big shout out to the High Numbers Scooter Club. All the boys in the Scooter Club were asking for a wee shout out. I think we're feeling left out. The best scooter club in the world. They were massive supporters in our charity when we done the Glasgow Sick Kids Appeal. They went out their way above and beyond to help us and that, and thanks a lot, guys, it's much appreciated. And we also enjoy a good bevy the weekend together, so it was all good.
Okay, so Graham Robin, glad the football's back. That's going to have 3 points. Don't think you'll find any arguments.
100%. We really just need a wee result. We need to get us back on my slide.
I don't want to read this out, but I mean, there's been a lot of comments about obviously Sands and 8, etc. Right, so I'll read one, right, because
I don't really. I don't think it's the right thing. I'll tell you the reason.
Well, let me just read out the comment.
Read
Read it out. So there's a few comments on this. So obviously it's on people's minds. So let's just read it out, and it's freedom of opinion. Since Sands' playing should be go for 8-0. And thanks Arthur for bracketising and explaining what the joke is as well. It's always good when you have to explain a joke. Guys, we don't really agree with that, but at the end of the day it's your show, so read it out.
The reason I don't agree with it, right, is because if you're going to go down political and talk about it, right, it'll be a different show and a different time, right? But this young guy is Cape Rangers who knows nothing about this story, and you need to remember the story quickly of why they're obviously referring to Bobby Sands, right, who was a martyr and wanted his name remembered for a cause that we disagree with. So why would people constantly want to remind us of it? Why would people do the job for them and constantly speak about it and doing exactly what the purpose of it was? That's why they done the hunger strike. They wanted remembered. Don't talk about it. Don't remember them. That's what I believe in. I don't think you want to be promoting the enemies of our cause. You might find it funny, but I don't really. If I went to a different country and people were calling me Saddam Hussein or a name like that, I would be like, what's the deal here? So I get it.
Sorry, the feedback I've got is you've been called a lot worse, so leave it there and let's move on, right?
Aye, well.
So back to the comments, alright, so Alan Holmes, good evening, Mark McCammon,
That was easy for you to say.
not really, no. Come on, I'm all over the place now. Lamb Boys, shout out to the Lamb Boys.
Aye, but I mentioned them earlier on the Craig Hill bonfire. Mary had a little lamb singing at the praises of the Lamb Boys. Great Rangers supporters club, and a big shout out to Toady, my mate, as well earlier.
Okay. Craig MacArthur, just getting back to this there, he's not part of Dublin Loyal, that's fine. Stuck over here working. Would be good to find somewhere that shows the games right enough. Okay.
If anybody's from Dublin that's watching, can you let us know, even if it's a PM, because I think they've got a private location because of a fear of getting attacked, if I remember right. If it's a private location, if you let us know, we can even try and get a hold of the guy, what's the boy's name?
Craig MacArthur. So Craig's looking for somebody to watch the Rangers game tonight in Dublin, so let's help a bear out and
if you can let them know where to watch the game, that would be fantastic.
On the plus side, Craig, we'll be on there for another 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes, but then we'll be off, so we'll possibly, see if meat seen eating marbles, we'll probably find out, if we find out where there's a location in Dublin or that area you can watch a game, but you'll not have much time to get to it, but you'll know in the future.
Worst case scenario, Craig, you can check livescore.net and you can re-watch our show, Gers TV again, and then just sit patiently until it comes back on again.
Somebody watch it, we'll let you know, definitely.
Scott Ferguson's come back and said Big Duncan takes no prisoners, whether it's on the field, dressing room or even the taxi rank, so you're right, no prisoners
100%,
taken.
But he's also a big gentleman. He's done a lot of stuff for the kids and that at Everton.
And when the last Everton manager got sacked, it may have been Martinez, but I think it was somebody else after that. They got sacked, he took over, had a very, very, very good run.
But I don't like, I feel as if they're using him a wee bit, they're bringing him in as an interim, like a kind of Murty kind of guy. I think the guy deserves the job. But anyway, I don't really care about everyone, to be honest, I only care about Rangers.
Something like Duncan Ferguson on the park when Kamara was racially abused last season, wouldn't be standing for that.
Aye, definitely, but we'd have no players left on the park if they were all back in the lecturer.
Calvin Bell, Rangers all the way, yep. Robert Kane, thanks guys for being there for us, no problem Robert. Craig's alright actually. Craig's got back to us again quickly and said he's alright for tonight. So the panic's over.
That's it, panic's over. Craig's getting
panic's over. Craig MacArthur is getting to watch the game tonight.
Don't mention illegal streams. If anybody puts them in the stream, you can watch them, but we don't mention illegal streams on here because we don't want to get banned. I got a ban last week for a part. I meant to tell you.
For your jokes.
I got a warning for a ban for insulting somebody, so I don't know. So I think a Celtic supporter gave me abuse, and under the Gers TV I replied. So he said I was being hateful for defending the channel, so we need to watch what we say on the channel. That's why sometimes we don't always say exactly what we think, because people shop you in.
Yeah, nothing worse.
People shop you in and send a wee message to Facebook saying that we're the bad guys.
Yeah. Guys, trust us, Facebook, I've got enough people watching this. Facebook, they don't need any help.
So
you know what I mean?
That's why sometimes, no politically correct in any way, but sometimes you have to choose you have to watch your P's and Q's. Say things in a certain manner. Guys, if anybody's got any celebrations they're doing for the 150th anniversary as well that we don't know about, let us know, and if we can assist your promotion of it as well, that would be great.
Absolutely. Offers anything you'd like to see the Gers TV do for it as well. Remember, we keep going back to it, it's your show. So
if there's an idea that we've not thought of and you tell us about it, that would be great.
if you've got any charities that you'd like to support, even local charities or
anything
boys
at all like
brigades or
that,
scouts
we'll
or
always
anything.
get involved in it. If they can help out with anything like that, we'll definitely get involved. A wee reminder, we're coming back on after the game. Win, lose or draw, we'll be back on for every 45 minutes. We'll be taking calls and give people the opportunity to call in. We'll finish up at 15:15. What time's the kick-off? 8:45?
It's 7:45, so
We'll finish off at
9:30, so probably back on about 10:45ish, give or take.
Aye, I just gives everybody a wee chance to get their beers ready and get their channel set up for the game, however you're watching it.
Yeah, if you're on a supporters bus coming back for the game, get your smartphone on and you can call us in.
Phone us up.
Phone us up, let us know what
Can.
you thought of the game, give us a wee taste of your sing-song in the bus.
Aye, that's whatever. Let us know, keep in contact. We just want all we're trying to do with Gers TV is make it as fan orientated as possible and as honest and straight to the front. Sometimes you have to call. Well, I'm not going to use that word anymore because it's. Sometimes you have to call it out and whatever it is, your opinion, you see what it is.
Just a quick reminder, guys, that as I say, we have started up a new website. Our new website is live. It's
www.thegers.tv.
Can we remember, Si, in the end,
Yep.
So www.thegers.tv. All of it we spoke about tonight. So our first mention into esports, our Patreon. If you could get involved in that, £3 a month would be absolutely fantastic. All details are on there.
There will be events coming up in the next couple of weeks, and there'll be promotions. There's also a good giveaway on it. We'll show you that at the second part of the show. We've got a lovely picture of Bill Struth in an army uniform, and it's been colourised, and we've got the prints of that, and that's for the first 100 people that join my Patreon. So they do get a gift for joining it. But if you want to come to one of our events, it's going to be announced next couple of weeks. This will give you a priority on it.
Yeah. For anyone that's not an artist, colourised means coloured in.
Right, so basically it's went from black and white
Aye.
to colour.
For anyone that's not a Picasso, Simon's got a nice word there, colourised. I don't know if that's a real word,
It's
but
Gers TV, though. There are all artists that watches Gers TV.
Robert Kane will be 65 on the 1st of February, so
All the best, mate.
all the best. Simon says you don't look a day over 64 and a half, so
He's got the body of a 63-year-old.
you've in the mind of a 70-year-old, so good to see.
Guys, keep liking and sharing the show as well. The more people that gives it the likes, the better. It helps it get it out there. And if you can share it on any other channels, because it's a different time zone tonight, obviously, that we're going on it. We've normally got an 8 o'clock start for anybody that doesn't know. But tonight, obviously, we're starting the show early because of the match. We don't want to be talking boring you during the game, but we'll have an after-match chat as well. A shout out as well, but I seen it today, I seen it advertised at one of the Rangers bars that's been supporting the Gers TV for a long time now, the Royalty Bar in Maryhill. They've got a great drinks promotion on just now. I'm sure it's £3 a pint through the week, but they're doing £1.50 deals as well on certain drinks at the weekend. So it's a great Rangers bar, it's on Maryhill Road. They've supported a load of things that Gers TV do. They also do their own promotions for the York Hill Sick Kids separately, and they do, I think, a lot of stuff for other charities. So just a big shout out, and if anybody's in the area, support them, use them or lose them. Strangers bars are for us all.
Yeah, I mean, rather give your money and your hard-earned cash to a Rangers Sports Club, Run Sports Club or a Rangers pub above anything else. So
Definitely.
the more people go, the more stay open. Especially with these challenging times with hospitality taking a hit over the last 6 months.
Thanks to the SNP, the bars in general will close. We're going to lose a lot of our locals and things like that. What I would say is, if you're going to lose a pub, make sure it's not a Rangers bar. Also a big shout out the Loudon Tavern in Duke Street. They're making massive efforts to up their game and improve the bar, and they've been above and beyond in the last couple of weeks. The bar's been stowed and it's great to see it, and all the best to the guys at the Loudon Tavern in Duke Street.
Yeah, so a couple of comments. Mark Officer, evening lads from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Okay, so we've probably got a lot of people over in Belfast. So if you're coming over, Eddie coming over for Belfast for the Old Firm game coming up, let us know. We might have a wee event for you. We don't know.
Aye, if anybody's coming, that's the one in April.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case you're getting mixed up. The one in April, we'll be looking at maybe doing a wee event. So if you're going to be over, get in touch.
And if we get any obviously we're going to be on for a couple more minutes, so anyone's got any more last minute comments or predictions about tonight's game, please let us know. The general consensus was a win for Rangers. There was one person that went 4-1 Aberdeen. They are no longer on the they have been removed.
We welcome everybody to the show,
Yes.
but to you.
Simon, professionalism, come on.
Aye, well, do you know what, that's LV sign.
Aye, okay.
I couldn't get any more professional than that.
Couldn't
You banned him, not me, I didn't ban him, I was glad I kept the guy on. You see, that's the difference, but they're no better. Guys, as I say, we'll be back on after the show, just to be a reminder. Just let us know how good the sound quality was, because we've changed the microphone again. It should be a bit louder, so just give us thumbs up at the end here. I think get as many thumbs up as possible if it's too loud, or if you think it should be louder. It's just because I messed about with the sound system and put a different mic in. I think it should be better.
Win, lose or draw tonight, we will be taking your calls after the game as well, so we'll probably less of us talking, hopefully more of you guys talking. So if
you don't know the phone number, it's 0141 319 5230, and you'll see that at the bottom of the screen anytime you watch us.
Okay, we've got a couple of guys already saying they're over from Belfast for the match in April, so keep your eyes peeled on our website and keep watching the show.
By the end of the week we'll be making an announcement. It's something that will interest a lot of Rangers supporters. We'll probably announce that on Thursday or Friday.
Great, yeah, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of boys over and girls for the game in April, so let us know and keep your eyes peeled, because it's going to be massive.
Yeah, it's a Sunday game that.
Yep.
We'll be doing an event at some point.
Mark Officer, 3-1 Rangers, okay, great. Well, hopefully it'll be 3-0, but 3-1, as I say, let's take 3-1 now. Kenneth Young, me and my family are up to visit family on the weekend of 20th of January, so we are talking about April, but you have asked, is there any events we could go to? None that we're organising for the end of January. However, we've mentioned a lot of pubs tonight, so we've got the Royalty Bar, you've got the Loudon Tavern,
you've got the
Bristol Bar and the Loudon Tavern, both on Duke Street.
Yep.
So if there's not any kind of
event,
Oswald's great pub in the city centre as well.
Campus Line, there's loads. Brigton Close, you go to Brigton, you'll find a Rangers bar there in minutes.
Yep. Our friend Simon here sometimes DJs at Oswald's as well, so if he's doing it that night, feel free to pop along and let us know.
But I did mention he might be in the April as well. If you're here in April, let us know as well.
Yeah. Mark Dunnett, thumbs up to you, mate. Okay. Jason Brown, tune out with the famous. Brian Thompson is an Aberdeen fan, so
this is a Rangers channel.
Brian, obviously your team is playing a cup final in the next half hour or so,
and you're on a Rangers page.
I would gently suggest that your time might be better spent on maybe watching an Aberdeen page or whatever. But you know, it's viewing figures for us, so
could be anything.
Okay, so I don't know what has brought this to your attention or why you felt the need to search the Gers TV on Google, but we welcome people from all walks of life.
It's all about the Rangers, the greatest football club in the world. And
tell you what, Brian, if you're still watching at 10 o'clock tonight after the game, give us a message and let us know what the score was, if it was 3-0 to Aberdeen, right? Okay, start getting it fairer than that.
I feel that.
Scott Hardy, 3-1.
That's when predictions coming in.
Yeah, it's more predictions in, so we are going to wrap things up, I think.
Aye, so I'll be reminded, we're coming back on, guys, after the game. We'll be on about 10-15 minutes after the game, just to give you a wee chance to get settled after the match. Taking calls, win, lose or draw, no matter what. The phone number is 0141 319 5230, and it costs you about, I think it's local rates they call that, but what does that mean, like 5 pence or something called?
No, it's just whatever it is to phone, Glasgow. So if you're phoning Paisley to Glasgow, whatever the local rates is local rates, so it's just a couple of pence, a minute, whatever. If you are going to phone us, if you want to book a phone call, we can maybe phone you back or let us know.
We just need the last 3 digits.
Yep, so on this comment page here, what to do is, obviously we have regular listeners, regular viewers, but if you want to phone in after the show, just all you do is write a comment to say, I would like to phone in, leave your last 3 digits of your phone number, so mine would be 618, okay? Maybe the couple of Aberdeen fans might spend the next 3 hours trying to figure the rest of the numbers out, who knows? But, so I would write, Gordon, hi guys, want to phone you tonight about the game, my last 3 numbers are 318. And then what happens? You never know. You phone in, so we then know that it's somebody legitimate. Phone in with a good point and my answer.
And then we've got a quality of calls, that's the idea. It just means that we're not getting people shouting abuse and it becomes a bit too rowdy. Anyway guys, win, lose or draw, play up the Glasgow Rangers. We are the people.
We are the people. Good luck Rangers. Play up the famous.
We are. We'll see you later on guys. Win, lose or draw. Just know what to move on for a sec here. And there we go.
I have been lucky in those who were around me from the boardroom to the dressing room. In times of stress, their unstinted support, unbroken devotion to our club and calmness in adversity eased the task of making Rangers Football Club the premier club in this country. To be a Ranger is to sense the sacred trust of upholding all that such a name means in this shrine of football. They must be true in their conception of what the Ibrox tradition seeks from them. No true Ranger has ever failed in the tradition set him. Our very success, gained you will agree by skill, will draw more people than ever to see it, and that will benefit many more clubs than Rangers. Let the others come after us. We welcome the chase. It is healthy for us. We will never hide from it. Never fear. Inevitably, we shall have our years of failure, and when they arrive, we must reveal tolerance and sanity. No matter the days of anxiety that come our way, we shall emerge stronger because of the trials to be overcome. That has been the philosophy of the Rangers since the days of the gallant pioneers.